Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
What up and welcome to Boring Reviews. Jody here.
Nick here, the one you came for. And we are here checking out another...
Al Murray. We got it. And what, I was going to say episode, but what little excerpts are we watching today, Nick?
We are checking out what we can learn from ancient British legends. Now, quite honestly, all jokes aside, there's a lot you can learn about from British legends because whether you like it or not, they have had a huge stamp on the entire world history, for crying out loud. A lot of influences, a lot of dominance, a lot of successes, a lot of this or that. So there's really a lot, but I can't wait to see what he focuses on because you know it's going to be good.
What I was going to say, like, what type of legends are we talking about? Are we talking about artistic in the sense of, like, music and the arts? You say he's not a fan of that?
I'm just saying the pub landlord's going to focus on the arts?
Let's say, are you going to talk about, like, leadership? Are you going to, like, what are we talking about?
And with his vast knowledge base, it could be any of those things.
Anything.
It could be anything. Or it could be just a joke about, I have no idea what. But we're going to check this out. We're excited to find out what this is about because the title has us very intrigued. If you like what our reaction is here today, if that makes any sense, if you like anything about it, please don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're aware of our next upload videos.
Please subscribe. Help us out. Let us know you appreciate our appreciation for things that should be appreciated. And here we schmeisel.
I think people don't believe in stuff anymore. I think that's a fact. Right?
I agree.
Yeah, and I think we, the British, lately could do something to believe in, couldn't we, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, we could do something to put fire in our heart, yeah? Passion in our belly, steel in our backbone, vision in our vision. Because I was in New Zealand lately and I went to watch the rugby, and basically what we did was gave them a lesson on what not to do. I thought it was very instructive for the All Blacks. Be shown how not to play rugby by the Lions. We did them a favour there. The point is, what you got to understand.
Oh yes, the cricket.
Those Kiwis, they have that little hacker, don't they? Their little dance and all that, and it really fires them up. And we could do with one of those, couldn't we, ladies and gentlemen, in this day and age? Yeah. And I think there is one that we could use. And I think what we need to do is go back and look at the ancient British myths and legends of these fair isles. Yeah, because every culture has ancient myths and legends, doesn't it? The Greeks, they have a legend about a bloke called Oedipus who killed his dad. His mother. Now, that's disgusting, isn't it? I mean, if you'd done that, you wouldn't tell anyone, would you? Let alone hope they were still talking about it in 4,000 years' time. I mean, ugh. You did what, Oedipus? You filthy bastard. Yeah, do you know what Oedipus did? Yeah, that's the point. Yeah. And we have many ancient myths and legends in our culture, ancient Anglo-Saxon and Celtic myths that we've forgotten, that we've lost sight of over the years. Ancient British myths and legends, which if they've survived at all, have survived as mere nursery rhymes, as mere sing-along, sing-song songs for kids to sing along to at sing-along, sing-songs. Trifles, nothings. But there is one ancient British myth and legend that I turn to in times of crisis.
Here we go.
When I need passion in my belly, fire in my heart, steel in my backbone. And it's a story of someone who had a dream, someone who went for that dream, someone who got knocked back but didn't let that deter him, someone who dug in deep, waited for his moment, and triumphed. It's a story of someone with guts, grit, determination, courage, inner vision, self-discipline, personal strength. Someone who wasn't going to let life knock him back. Someone who was going to bide his time. Someone who wasn't going to get deterred by the rubbish we encounter in this world. Someone who's going to pursue his dream, see it through, and triumph. It's the story of the Churchill spirit, the bulldog breed, ancient British values that we need to turn to in times of crisis. And it is, of course, the ancient British myth and legend of the Incy-Wincy spider.
You knew it was going to be something ridiculous.
Oh, I did not expect that.
Because what did the Incy-Wincy spider do, eh? He had a dream, didn't he? He had a dream to climb up the water spout. So what did he do? He climbed up the water spout, didn't he? He didn't spend 3 years at university thinking about it, did he? Pissing my money out the wall. No! He got on with it. He climbed up the water spout. But then what happened? Well, life, didn't it? Down came the rain, washed the spider out. But did he let that deter him? No! Did he let that set him back? No! He waited for his moment, bode his time. Up come the sun, dry up all the rain, and the incy-wincy spider climbed up the sprout again. Fucking hero. And let me tell you this. There's no doubt in my mind that he was British. Let's just say that. No doubt whatsoever.
No doubt.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
Absolutely.
He wasn't his American counterpart, the itsy bitsy spider. No, because he wasn't hoping to fall off and claim the compensation. No. Nor was he French, Nancy Wancy Agne, who bowled it the moment the going got tough. Nor was he German, the Instant Vincent Spinner, who made 2 botched attempts and then gave up completely and fell back on selling expensive cars. Nor was he Italian and thought the flooding and smell of shit was a romantic success. No, indeed. Nor was he Spanish, Il Achi Wachi Araña, who attempted to punch a passing mouse whilst wearing a cape. For the amusement of a woman with a moustache. No, he didn't. He was none of those people. He was British. And let me tell you, in this soft-handed day and age, he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it because he had a single to promote. He wasn't doing it in hope that the audience wouldn't vote him off. He wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it to get in 3 a.m. in the Daily Mirror. He wasn't doing it because his spin doctor fucking told him to do it. He wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it for any other reason other than he was doing it for himself, for his family, for the men of the Queen, for his country. As an example to each and every one of you here tonight. And I think if you were to all join me now in singing this beautiful ancient British folk song, then we, the decent, reasonable, sensible, normal, hard-working, law-abiding, tax-paying, reasonable, normal, tax-paying, law-abiding, reasonable, sensible, law-abiding people in this country who don't want to pay their speeding fines, regardless of how fast we may have been going the wrong way up a slip road, on the phone, no tax, no MOT, no seatbelt, eating a hamburger whilst receiving oral sex. Haven't you got anything better to do, officer? I think it's time for us to join together and sing this beautiful ancient British folk song, and then maybe you and me can get this country, Great Britain, to go up the spout again. I'm sure that's what you all want. So, here we go. I'm sure many of you remember the ancient ceremonial hand gestures that our forefathers used and our forefathers' forefathers in times of ancient worship.
So true, though. So true.
As we, the silent majority, now sing together hymn number 1 from the hymn book of the Church of the Incy-Wincy Spider. The Incy-Wincy Spider. Sing this, go out onto the streets of London, and we can turn this country around together. Here we go, all together, or not at all. 1, 2, 3. Incy-wincy spider climbed out the water spout. You got it. Down came the rain. Oh,
come on.
Come on.
Love it.
Came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Incy-wincy spider climbed up the spout again. Incy-wincy spider climbed up the water spout. You got it. Down came the rain. Oh, the spider. Up came the sun and dried.
You know what he's doing, right?
And the Incy-wincy spider climbed up the spout again.
What's he doing?
I could be very, very wrong, but he had mentioned the New Zealand and the dances they do, right? And I don't know what they're called. You know, I'm sorry. Sometimes we'll see them at college football games where you have
like
people
the traditional
from Polynesian or whatever like that. But like the little warrior dance is what I'm thinking he was kind of turning that into to kind of bring it all back around.
Okay.
Could be very wrong. Could be reading too much into it. As ridiculous and as hilarious as that was, the thing I will say is I do agree that it is a great story of overcoming. Right?
It's true, but when we sing it, like with our children, do we talk about being overcoming?
No, not at all. That's why it's brilliant that he brought it to my attention, at least our attention, in a comedic way. Because if you really think about it, it is a great triumph. Fell down, waited for the right time, went back up, for crying out loud, and achieved it. One of my favorite commercial series of all time was Dwayne Wade, an American basketball player, where it just shows him, going for a shot and getting rejected, or he falls down 6 or 7 times. And he fell down, but every time he got back up. I love that idea of no matter how many times you fail, how many times this or that, how many times the comment section tells you the dumbest person in the entire world, you get back up and you keep trying, you jump on that horse again, you keep riding it. I do love that.
Yeah, for real, I thought he was going to talk about like something like really famous, like all these famous people.
And I heard the word Churchillian or something like that. So okay, it's Winston Churchill maybe.
But once he started like really talking it up, like the best, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like the biggest joke of all time. Like it's gonna be something.
Did you in any way?
I never thought the
non-person?
itsy bitsy spider or the eensy weensy spider. But I love how he brought up it's not the Americans' itsy bitsy spider.
Compensation, workers' comp. I mean, unfortunately, it's definitely the American way.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine this. Does there workers' comp in your country? If you're from a different country, let us know. I thought that was a global thing, for crying out loud. Maybe we started. Who knows? All
I know is I go to physical therapy, not for workers' comp, but just for me and my back.
Sure.
And so many people who are there on workers' comp. And it's so interesting hearing the conversations. Well, I'm not ready to go back to work yet. I need a little bit more time. We're going to get you back to work. Or the ones that are like, oh, well, because I can just overhear them. And they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to go back to that job. And they're like, well, if they're paying for your physical therapy, you have to go back to that job. So it is interesting.
Yeah, it's honestly, I don't want to make it about this, but I know a guy who got severely injured. His legs, he's still not able to walk properly. He's had 3 or 4 surgeries on both legs in the last 18 months. There are situations that definitely call for
100%,
it. But you hear about so many situations like, my pinky doesn't bend quite right without a little bit of pain, so I'm going to take a month off.
Yeah.
But this was absolute gold. This was absolutely hilarious.
It was funny.
And I agree. Maybe not with the fact that the itsy bitsy spider was British. I think he might have been American. The American dream, baby. But I agree, it's a great story and a great hero. Let us know what you think about our reaction to this and what you think about Al Murray and his videos. They're absolutely fantastic. We got several more on our channel. If you're just new to our channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.